Hey, yo, what's up, guys? I got another knife for you to show you today, not a review. Well, I don't know, overview, I don't give a shit. Anyways, this is Attention to Detail Large, what the fuck is it called? Mark 1? Attention to Detail Mercantile Large Mark 1. So Attention to Detail Mercantile is the company's name. So this knife is called Attention to Detail Mark 1. Large Mark. I don't, man, who the hell named this shit? Anyways, what the hell? Take a look at it. It is beautiful. Look at that. Oh man, look at that nightmare ground. By the way, I know it's a compound ground, but it looks like a nightmare ground. This purple anodization is beautiful. You see that hint of blue? I'm telling you right now, it's better in person. Better in person than pictures or videos. Got a lock bar stabilizer. And it is a chisel ground. So let's talk a little bit about this knife, man. Do the quick comparison. This is not that big of a light knife, even though it's called large, right? It's smaller than my Subvert. Okay, you see that? Smaller than Subvert. It is smaller than my Mofo, which is my favorite folding knife, even to this day. It's smaller than my Praetorian T. Oh shit, I can't open. Yeah, the Praetorian T kicks like a dog. It's about, I don't know. Is it smaller? I can't tell. Anyways, it's more in line with the Hogue. No, I think it's slightly smaller than the Hogue too. I don't know. Anyways, this is a cool ass knife, man. Let's talk a little bit, right? It's CPM S30V, anodized titanium, compound ground, aka, or some Strider knows. We call it the nightmare grind, right? I love Strider knives. And so why did I buy this knife? Okay, because when I saw the fucking grind of this knife, all right, I was like, oh my god, this is an opportunity to get a nightmare grind looking knife that isn't a Strider with a flipper tab. And you know, that's the only thing. I love knives that have the flipper tab in the hole in the blade, right? And unfortunately, this one did not have the hole in the blade. So, yeah, anyways, let's take a centering. There's no center, obviously it's a chisel ground, right? You see that, right? So let's talk about what I love about this knife and what I don't really like. So there's not many videos about attention to detail as it's a newer company. You know, the Doug is the owner. And so let's talk about what I like, okay? So I love the grind. I really don't like Tantos, but this is dope. Like I said, it's a compound grind and like kind of like a nightmare grind. I love the purple anodization. It's beautiful to me. Ergonomics is pretty good. Not the best, pretty good. No really hot spots. Lock bar stabilizer is pretty cool. Chisel ground is pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about, no, size is okay. Size is good. You know, I wish it was bigger, but it's good for, you know, it can be EDC. What some things I don't like about this knife, right? Because ain't nothing perfect. Even, so obviously I don't like the price. Out of all my knives, this is probably the most expensive pocket knife. It used to be this one, but I had a deal on this one. What I wish it was improved. So remember my last video, if you guys watched it, I talked about the Spyderco Subvert having a weak detent, but strong, weak action. And I thought that, I thought that was the key. Like if it's a weak detent, it's a weak action. Well, this has a strong detent, I think. I can't check it out. But the action isn't that strong. I mean, it's not bad. I tell you what, like there's another video by Red Wolf EDC. He's showing the action of his knife, the attention detail, black frag ponto, whatever the hell. And his action was ass. But this action is good enough, but it ain't this. You hear the difference? That is crazy strong. It feels like it's weaker. I shouldn't say weaker. But hey, you know what? It's a custom-made knife. You know, it's not a production knife, which, you know, is made by hand, so I don't expect it to be perfect, right? Well, kind of, because, so, the name is Attention to Detail. That's why they expect it to be perfect. So there's some controversy out there. One of my viewers told me that Attention to Detail knives are ass. I never even heard about them until then. Then I watched Werewolf BDC's video. I watched Dirk Warning's video. And I was kind of like, shit, it's gonna be an issue. But then when I saw this knife, I'm like, damn, let me try it out. And I bought it directly from him on Black Friday, which, by the way, still was too expensive. And I wanted to check it out, and I'm kind of glad I did because I like the knife. You know, I'm keeping it. I like it. But there's some things I want to talk about. I think this lock bar stabilizer, LBS, should move down here because it does kind of hurt your hand, and I think it's too close to the top. And I prefer, instead of having an LBS, I prefer it to have this. I don't know, the lock bar insert. That's just me. Pocket clip's pretty good. Nothing really special, but I do love the screws though. They use, I don't know, I think this, hopefully it's not T6. Hopefully it's T8. But this is pretty big and it's dope. I felt like they cut a little too much on this here. You know, I prefer it to be less cut here because it's a weak spot. But, you know, I'm not going to use this knife, man. Like, this is a collectible piece. What else? Okay, so here's the biggest issue. I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay? This is expensive, but it came like that. There was a mark here. Okay, no big deal, really. I really was not that mad about this. But some people will be so anal about this, right? It's not perfect. And the problem is their name is Attention to Detail. And that's kind of setting yourself up for failure because people expect perfect now because of the name. And there's mark here, if it's focused. Come on, focus. Maybe I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go, right there. So it's 2 marks on the flipper tabs that I was kind of like, maybe shouldn't be there. But another thing I want to show out is, look at that engraving, right? You see, is that rust? Right, I can't. Is that rust? To me, kind of looks like a little rust, which is weird because this is stainless S30V. Not only is it there, it's also here. Man, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of hard. Let's see if I get closer. If I get closer, it doesn't want to focus. I don't know if it's rust or not, but I've asked. I emailed him yesterday, and he hasn't responded to me yet. And which, you know, I understand. But, you know, I wasn't going to put off making this video. So, not sure if it was rust or not. But, you know, just to be safe, I might soak it up in vinegar or something else. If you guys let me know if that is rust, how to remove it. Which is kind of like thinking like, oh shit, I just bought a really expensive knife. And it's a custom made knife. And the name is Attention to Detail. And why it's like that. Well, I'm hoping it was actually purposely like that. You know, the way they engraved it, it was add colors. I don't know. I'm trying to make an excuse for the guy, okay? Because there's literally 3 videos out there for them, maybe 4. Yeah, I'm gonna be the 4th one video, I think. And they really don't have a lot of good shit to say. But you know, this is not a bad video, right? As like said, this is good, this is good, that's good, that's good. I'm just kind of do the Nick Shabazz good, bad, and ugly shit. And you know, he is a veteran, so respect that. But with this knife, you're spending that much, it's kind of weird, right? And I hope it's not rust. I really hope not. But also, like, speak of this part, I think it's fucking cool that when you have it like this, folded, you see it, that's 30V, A2D 2021. But when you flip it, it kind of goes away. Like this one kind of disappears. Only a little bit here. And this one is only a little bit. And I wish if he was gonna do that, if it was to make it perfect, where you know it hides itself, that'd be kind of a cool feature. Oh, sorry, I took a water break. Anyways, isn't really that much I want to say about the knife. Besides that, you know, the rust stuff. I don't know if it's the rust or not, but the marks. This knife ain't perfect. It is handmade, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the marks, but I'm kind of a little pissed off with the rust. If it is rust. If it's not rust, I ain't mad. I just need him to confirm, with me. So, I do want to, okay, I want to point this out. This is a custom-made blade and it's expensive. It is 3 times as expensive as this one, right? I want to point this out, guys. If you just get into knives, you don't need to buy a knife like this. There's a price point where you pay and you only get 2% better than this one. That's, production knife. At this point, some people think this is an expensive knife. I think the best knives you can get is in the $200, $300 range, especially if you use your knife. If you get something like maybe over 300, but 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, more, you're not going to get your money's worth. I promise you that. This knife isn't 3 times better than this knife. It is 3 times more expensive, but it isn't. Actually, when you argue this knife is probably better fit and finish because it's a production knife. Action's better, but this knife is very sexy. So when people buy something like this one, like a custom blade, you better love the design because that's what you're buying. The design, the name, want to support the business. And when I saw it, I was kind of like, I was a little bit drunk, I kind of check it out and I was kind of like, let me take a chance because I love the blade, right? I love the purpleization. I was kind of waiting for another knife, but I looked this way and I said, okay, let me check it out. And am I super happy I did that? I don't know. I'm kind of like in the middle, right? And if it was, my opinion, is this knife worth what it was charged? Even with the Black Friday discount? No. It's actually half that, in my opinion. I think this is more, if that, fuck it, I'm just saying, it's probably more in the $400 or $500 range, in my opinion. You don't have to agree with that. You might think this is a shit, and it's worth what it is. But, but I have it now, and I don't really regret it, I think. Well, kind of a little bit. But then again, I regretted buying this knife. Eventually got it back. Well, I didn't get this exact one back, but got another one back. Remember, if you guys know, I regretted buying this knife. Now it's my favorite one. Also kind of regretted buying the Praetorian T. Right? Well, I'm not going to tell you this is my favorite one because it's not. So, anyways, right now I do feel a little bit of regret, but it's only because it wasn't perfect. If this came perfect to me, same exact form, action's good, the detail's good, I'm not going to complain about that, but the action was like amazing, strong, like the ZT. And if that, I didn't have to question if it's rust or not, and there's 2 marks on the flip, I would never ever, I would be like, okay, good. But yeah, in my opinion, this is a cool ass knife. It's gonna be in my collection for a while, if not forever. And that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give a shout out to them. They ain't perfect. Nobody is. No company is. I just hope he responds to my email telling me it's not rust. But I also am gonna probably take it apart and I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I'll probably try to put some damn vinegar on it or something else you guys can come up with. All right, appreciate it, guys. Bye.